Hello, God bless you. This one is on Malibu, California, which is located in Los Angeles County, becoming a sanctuary city. Really? Another city in a long line of cities that is just turning their back on their fellow citizens and their nation. Why Malibu, the land of millionaires and billionaires, need to encourage, support, and welcome illegals is just a little bit mind-boggling. But hey, I know they love to hire the illegals, so I guess they can have the illegals come into Malibu to work for them so they can save $1, even though they're among the wealthiest people in the nation. And you know, their hands are washed clean. They don't have to worry about being held accountable for encouraging people to break the law. All while they criminalize, demonize, and harass their fellow citizens, the homeless. But hey, Marymount University did a survey and found out 40% of residents in LA County strongly support being a sanctuary city. There's actually only 17% that strongly disagreed. The fact that LA can go to war with its very own citizens while encouraging, accepting, and welcoming illegals that are just murdering our nation. I mean, they are across the board. If you hire them, they're taking that money. They don't plug it back into our system. They send it, the most of it, to another nation and bolster their economic system. They're not paying full taxes, and they are bleeding us out in clogging our roadways, our education system, our medical system, our legal system, the prison system. They're overwhelming us. And yet, you won't find an article written in really a negative light about the illegals. There's nearly 3 million illegals in LA. Compare that to the nearly 40,000 homeless, which are mainly citizens. Why has war been declared on 40,000, but everyone is throwing their arms open to 3 million? Why is it illegal and criminal to be a citizen, but not to be an illegal? I mean, all we hear out of LA, you know, the media and entertainment, is accept diversity. And then when they have an opportunity, they don't. Instead, they pass laws and harass the homeless. I mean, legally, not supposed to wash up, not even brushing my teeth in certain areas makes me a criminal. Sleeping in my car is a big no-no. Having the wrong size of car can be a big no-no too. I know, what is it, in Miami, it's illegal to give food to a person? How evil is that you cannot give food to a hungry person? And there's never articles about, you know, bad-mouthing the illegals, but you can't pick up a paper without an article about the homeless. And there's always some snide, even when it's supposed to be a feel-good article, there's always some underlining cut in it. They're all crazy. They all steal. You know, they're ruining the city. There's piss everywhere. I can't tell you how many people, especially men, who it's very obvious by their vehicles and the way they dress and how clean they are, just piss wherever they want to. It's really odd how a homeless person who barely has anything, how offensive it is if they steal food or little things to survive. And yet, white-collar crime of companies and politicians are seen as okay. No one's passing laws against them or holding them accountable to the laws that are already on the books. I mean, we're up to like 6 oil companies now that make $50 billion in profits per quarter. You know, at a certain point, it's called gouging, and that's illegal. But no one has a problem. Why is it no one has a problem when millionaires and billionaires break laws? But when the weakest of the weak break a minor law in a minor way, it's the end of the world. Why? Why is it okay to accept illegals and not homeless? We are a fraction. And it would cost a fraction to make things better and workable for everyone. Of course, it would involve, accepting the fact that some people are homeless and not everyone has the same amount of money than you. And that some people aren't in housing. And you know what? Maybe there wouldn't be such the issue with housing and pricing if we didn't have an extra 3 million people in the county. And just across the board, how many millions are in America? Can you imagine the decrease in housing prices if there wasn't such a massive pressure? I mean, between people having multiple houses and then an additional 3 million just in LA alone, that's putting massive pressures on our systems. We obviously can't take it. And the programs are not made to help citizens, especially if you are responsible in any way. And most programs are half-assed, sadly, that do exist. I mean, you have everyone gets a phone, but then you have no way to charge it. Okay, right. I know a guy, they've started bringing him into LA to get to see a doctor. Sometimes they bring him back out, sometimes they don't. Half the time they don't even give him a bus token to get back. Really? How many programs are for women who get knocked up because men don't want to have families? And then, I mean, not only are they on the education system, but then they get food, housing, medical, anything and everything completely covered. And that's another strain on housing. I mean, before we would have a man and a woman get married and they have a family. Not anymore. I mean, even if they get married, they're divorced in a couple of years. So then you have, instead of one house, you have 2 houses. And then most people wind up having multiple partners. And then so guys can have multiple women pregnant and they all have their own houses. There's no one family unit anymore. So yeah, if you could stop putting all your crap on the homeless, that would be really great. I mean, you could get rid of the homeless and you'd still have theft. You could get rid of the homeless and there would still be piss in certain areas because men just like to pee outside. It's, you can get rid of the homeless and you're still going to have traffic jams. It's ridiculous. It would be really great if you could embrace and accept and help the homeless as you do the illegals. And it would take far less money to help us than it does the illegals. At the end of the day, I don't mean you any harm, so it would be really nice if you'd stop screwing with me. The majority of homeless mean you no harm. We do you no harm. And if you can't handle our existence, that's on you, and maybe you need to look at your judgmental ways. We're leaving you alone, so leave us alone.